Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about both episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way and Before the 90 Days. One is called Fill the Dreams and the other episode is called Tales from the Crypto. So, all right, hopefully everyone got caught up on those episodes. They're out on Sunday and Monday, and I do believe they're on streaming a little bit after that, so we can talk about both episodes per request from you all, our faithful subscribers that watch the show. I really appreciate it. Yes, new concepts. We appreciate new ideas over here at all times. So let's see who is in the chat. And also, before I begin, if you haven't, did I say this already? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe, consider subscribing, like the video, tell a friend that Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom does 90 Day Fiancé, all the tell-alls, even the new one, The Last Resort, all of that coming out now. So thank you. Welcome to everyone that's in the chat. Hello to Tamika, Frappe Tea, and to Rory Sr. I see you in the chat. And Miss Sharon, hello, I see you just popped up. So, yeah. Did you all get a chance to see the video? Hello, SG. Did Hillary come our way? Hillary, okay, so if you don't know, we're in Vegas, and we are 4 hours away from California, well, from LA. And I will say Saturday and Sunday, it rained off and on. So it wasn't a complete downpour of rain like we were expecting. Because I did make a short, if you follow us on Instagram, _millennial_mom, that I did make a short about that I actually had to go buy an umbrella because I don't know the last time I bought an umbrella many years ago. And then there were so many people in the umbrella section at the Walmart, no plugs. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't even realize they had so many rain gear. I know that's odd for some of you who live places where it rains a lot, but again, we're in the desert, so no need for it. So unfortunately, we did not receive the rain that California did, and but we did receive enough, which is out of character for living in the desert. And I do have to wash my car now because it's dirty. So let me read some more comments and we get started. But thank you for asking, SG. To make you say you watched them both. Okay, yes, and subscribe. Yes, I'm trying to figure out where's your mod stick mods? Are your mod sticks on this next to your name? Because I don't see it on this side. If they are, please tell me yes or no. So glad you're. Thank you so much. Thank you. Frappe D said, "Wow, that's since my kids were small, and that's pushing it." I don't even know last time, but let me just say really quick before we get started, I bought 2 umbrellas, one for me, one for Millennial. My parents already had theirs. They keep theirs in their car, but different generation, right? The tag is still on the umbrellas. I'm really contemplating about returning the umbrellas that we didn't really use technically, but I think I'll just go ahead and save it so I'm not in the same bind that I was in the first time. So yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I thought more rain's come to desert. When they say rain, I mean, it's different kind of rain here than it is in other places because, to be honest, it probably rains here in the desert maybe out of the whole year, maybe 30 times a year. And out those 30 times, maybe 5 of those are serious downfalls where it floods. So when it rains, it usually rains for like an hour or 2 and then moves on by. It's really quick when it does rain here in the desert. So yes, I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them because you never know when I'm really going to need an umbrella. So use them for shade, that too. All right. So again, hopefully y'all watch the both episodes. We get started. Hello, Cynthia. Hello. Also too, I'm going to make a quick announcement that for those of you who are watching 90 Day The Last Resort, I'm editing that video. It'll be up sometime tomorrow since it's a regular video, so tune into that. So some of y'all said I got more yeses than nos to go ahead and continue. So I have, and you know what? I'm actually surprised. And shout out to Tamika, who's like, "Girl, watch the first episode because it was really shocking." The comments from Asuelu and Kalani, all that stuff. I don't know if I would have admitted that on TV. That's a lot. So, but I'm gonna keep going. So the video will be out tomorrow. Okay, so is your mod stick there? Frappes and tea, is your mod stick there? Tamika, is your mod stick there? So I don't see it. But anyways, let's get started. So on the first episode, we have Geno, Jasmine, Riley and Violet, Christian and Cleo, Statler and Dempsey, Sheila and David, Misha and Nicole. Everyone was on this episode except Tyray, which again, listen, his time is over on the show. We really don't need to see Tyray. And listen, I wish Tyray the best going forward, but you got to be more careful, Tyray. You've got to be more careful. That was way too long to be catfish without any real answers. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, all right. Yes, you clutched your... Okay, I did too. I couldn't believe it. When I saw that episode on The Last Resort, I'm jumping back and forth, I was like, I've got to make a video about this because that was crazy. I begrudgingly watched it too, but I found it interesting. Believe it or not, I found it interesting. Okay, good. Your wrench is there because I can't see it on this side, but good. Okay, so Geno and Jasmine, they had a great getaway. They're still going strong after their getaway, right? Geno apparently feels that Jasmine has put on a little bit of weight, and is it a possibility she's pregnant? Now, yes, you can get pregnant the first time out. Some of us have, some of us haven't. Okay, we know that. But I mean, it was just the weekend, Geno. It was just the weekend. Even if she was pregnant, how would you know? Like, and telling her she's looked like she might be put on the weight. That's the last thing that Jasmine needs to hear right now. I mean, look at Jasmine. Does it seem like she wants to hear that? She might make an appointment to the next whoever does her enhancements now. Would you say, Sharon? I think Last Resort is going to be good. I think so too, and I didn't think it would be. I think so too, because they already started out with drama. And yes, the best for Tyray, Dolores. Yes. And could be, well, that's true too, SG. Could be. Exactly, Rory. You said exactly. Okay, so, but what about that scene when they were like doing each other's nose hairs? Was that necessary? But then again, like I said, I'm biased with Geno and Jasmine. I'm biased because I know they give good TV, but to me, their good TV is a little too toxic for my taste. So I'm like, oh gosh, here we go with Geno and Jasmine. It's the same with Michael and Angela for their franchise too. It's the same with me for them. Like, oh my gosh, what now? You know, what do we have to watch now? But hey, maybe that's their way of bonding. All right. Anyways, well, no, Jasmine is not pregnant. She's not pregnant. Jasmine said, I already have 2 kids. And so you know that I'm really not trying to have any right now. Okay. Blue pills or no blue pills. I'm not trying to have no more babies. And then Geno is really thinking like, what? Wait, I thought we could have some babies because, that's what we talked about. I can help you. She's like, how can you help me? You're going to be at work. He's like, I don't have to be there all the time, full time. So apparently Geno is at a place in his life where he can either cut back or maybe take early retirement or whatever the case may be. But even still, he's trying to sell the point of the family helping out and everything else. Jasmine don't care about that. Jasmine just wants to come over to America for whatever she thinks that it is and do her thing. Okay. She is not trying to be tied down with no baby. And, this is the first time I can say that I am on Jasmine's side. Because once you're on a certain level, you don't want to have babies. But if her and Geno pillow talked this before, I mean, why else would Geno mention it? Clearly it came up and Jasmine was like, oh, sure. Because I can see Jasmine saying whatever it is to get to over here to America with Geno, right? So, all right, let me read some more comments real quick. Frappes and T said, I think Geno and Kenny should partner up and adopt a baby. Geno and Kenny or Geno and Armando? Because Armando is the one that, okay, maybe. Sharon, you say, I'm really sick of these two, Geno and Jasmine, drama. Okay, exactly. Drama, drama, drama. And at this point, I don't have any more sympathy, empathy, whatever for Geno, because if you allow your partner, and this goes for anybody, but we're specifically talking about Geno, to talk to you like that, to down talk you about what you do, what you don't do, what you do in the bedroom, your size, who you would do with whoever, and just all this extra stuff. Okay, this is your toxic life. Clearly you like it. Okay, but I don't like watching it. It's just way too much for me, you know? Yes, Roy, that's weird. Tamika, you say she was turned on by that. What is she not turned on for? Honestly, what is she not turned on for, Jasmine? Ugh. Anyways, Dolores say, I think the nose hair scene was, you don't think the nose hair scene was necessary? I don't think any of their scenes are necessary. Can I be honest? Can I be honest with everybody? I just don't think any of this is necessary after season 1. There's no cliffhanger here. We know Jasmine is waiting on her visa to come to Michigan. We know that how she treats Geno, we know how Jasmine treats Geno is not going to change. So what's the cliffhanger? Like, what do we wait? It's like Danielle and Yohan coming back again. Like, for what? You know, find someone else to come back if you can recruit. And let's start with some new people, you know? That's just me. What do you guys think about that? Okay, Tamika, you said she's on birth control. She's not having no more kids. That's true. At all. Can you imagine messing up her body and her aesthetics? No. SG, they forgot about the surrogacy. Geno and Kenny? Okay. I don't think Kenny wants any more children, though, to be honest. Not even to adopt. We'll touch on it. Cynthia, you say all that plastic surgery he has and still does. He should have known she's not interested in having a baby. Exactly. She's not messing all that up. That's work. That's money. That's recovery time. Jasmine, in my opinion, has an agenda. That's just me. Cynthia, you say Jasmine doesn't take the kids she has now. Right. Where are those children? Where are they? Dolores, thank you. Thank you so much. Not that we have to agree, but I'm glad that you do. All right. So that's really all with their scene until next week. I mean, it just goes back and forth with them, and next week's really going to be ugly again, so we'll get there. I'll drop the link in just one moment. Riley and Violet, so they unblocked each other. How old are the boys? I believe they're preteens. They're at minimum 12 and up. I'm going to say they're like 12 and 14 by now, maybe a little older. So Riley and Violet finally unblocked each other. Riley said that he unblocked Violet, and then she responded. So that means they would have to have unblocked each other at the same time. How convenient. How convenient. See, this is another scene. And again, I'm not feeling the empathy, the sympathy, whatever word fits here, for Riley at all. Riley, to me, doesn't necessarily know how to read the room. I don't think Riley is as experienced with relationships, and I don't think him and Violet have that type of relationship either, because not just the way that they talk to each other in person, but just how their personalities seem like they really just literally met. I mean, I know they're trying to make it seem like they've been in a relationship for a while. It doesn't give that, because it doesn't seem like he knows a whole lot about her culture, nothing. Yes, I know, in my opinion, and a lot of yours too, that you should really research where you're going, culture, this and that. Riley just makes it seem like, oh, well, in America, these flowers are like an olive branch, you know, an olive leaf. That means we're sorry. I mean, some things for places are universal, right? Yes, no, okay. You know, basic symbols are across the world. Giving flowers is a sign of love, is a sign of apology, is a sign of whatever. He didn't have to say, oh, in America. That's my thing with Riley. Like, he's always having to educate her on something that he feels that she needs to know. Is it just me? Is it just me? I'm really trying to be across the board with Riley. I know I've been hard on him, but it's hard for me not to. But what I will say is, during their episode, that whatever outfit, whatever the name, traditional name that it's called, he did look really nice in it. I will give him that. He looked really nice in that outfit. I was like, oh, those are nice colors. That looked like some really nice fabric. That's where it ends for you, Riley, though. Now, when Violet told Riley that, you know, I can't, at first accept your apology. You didn't protect me, this and that. Riley said, you know what? I took time to think about it. And you're right. You are right, Violet. I should have protected you. And I'm sorry. I didn't feel the energy of sorry. I just felt the energy of saying it so we can move past it, but not really putting the emotions of I'm sorry. I'm not saying he had to cry or anything like that, but it just seemed like everything else he says, just like very one tone, like, oh, you do? You think so? That's it? Oh, okay, kind of thing. Is it just me? Let me read some comments. Roy, you say Riley is a goof. Oh my gosh. And that's being nice. Frappes and T said Riley shouldn't have mentioned the right. Exactly. The PI. He can't help himself though. I don't think he can help himself at all. Frappes and T, you also say their outfits did look cute when they went to the temple. I thought so. I really did. I don't like either of them. You don't like Riley or Violet? Would you say? Mansplaining. Okay. Tamika, it was more of a my bad. There you go. That's it. My bad. Exactly. Cynthia, you say, I don't like Riley or Violet's personality. Well, I definitely don't care for Riley's personality. I've said that. I just don't. I don't know him personally. We don't know him personally, but his personality, I don't like the energy, the aura he gives off. I don't like it. Violet, I don't care for it either, but to me, Riley's on a much higher playing field with that energy that's very, is the word I'm going to use, or the phrase. Roy, you say, I do agree with you, and that was an empty apology. There you go. Hello to the Jasmine show. Yes. All right. So they went out for the day, Riley and Violet, and I have to agree with Violet. Like just the conversations, like you ruined it. Like he couldn't just like wait a day or two. Yes, he's technically leaving in 4 days, but he couldn't wait till like maybe the next day dinner or something like that. They're just coming back together after being blocked, right? So he could have mentioned like all the different little things like I know you messaged my dad but I'm not saying nothing. But do you feel like it was wrong? We all know it was wrong. It was wrong from head to toe. When Violet said no, I laughed just like that. And I'm like, because she meant that. She don't think it was wrong because if she did, she wouldn't have kept doing it over and over again. So what is Riley going to do? What is he going to do? Is he going to still stay for the sake of his relationship and the time well spent? Also, too, I know I jumped around just a little bit. When they were doing the kite thing, I thought that was cute, though. I thought it was cute. They were trying to still stay in their lanes and stuff. When Violet asked, so how much money you got in the bank to take care of me and my daughters? That, to me, wasn't necessarily appropriate either. So they both have inappropriate conversations, and they definitely both have inappropriate boundaries. Now, if they have been dating for as long as they claim they've been dating, and with all the gifts Riley brought and just the fact of, I'm sure they talked about possibly bringing her and her daughters to America. They may not have discussed specific money issues, but at least I'm sure just the way that Riley just comes across, I'm sure he mentioned like, I have maybe like a 3-bedroom house, townhome apartment, whatever. I could take care of you and your daughters. I do this for work or whatever. And, try to make her comfortable like that. So I wonder what made Violet decide to ask that question again. But Riley, he was like, I make about 100,000. It's not a whole lot, but I make 100,000. Listen, 100,000 is pretty good. Let me rephrase that. 100,000 is more than enough for the average person just coming out with a career. Depends on what your career is and how long you've been in it or whatever. 100,000 is like right at the medium threshold to go further. So again, to me, inappropriate boundaries on both sides. Like, what do y'all think? It's hard to read what this relationship is really giving other than like, maybe it's like, I would like an international wife and relationship, or I would like to come to America with whoever, get a green card. I really don't want to say it like that, but that's what it's giving. Because I don't feel the love. I don't see the love. I don't even see the like. I don't even see the like, because Riley had this agenda before he even went over to Vietnam because everything that Violet was doing. So apparently they get into it often. So let me read some comments. Let's see. How old are Violet's daughters? Sharon, they were in one episode when Riley met the family and didn't bring anything for the mom. They look like they're between the ages of, I'll say, 15 and 22. That's what they look like. Tamika, you say she takes no accountability. Exactly. She saw money bags. Mm-hmm. You also say the gifts they got was corny and out of touch. Well, clearly they must wanted that. How else would he know what to give them? Maybe they requested certain items. He just chose what they thought. Oh, he said 100,000 in savings, but still, if you have to tap into your savings, that's true. He didn't say what he earned. You know, you could at least, I don't know. It's a nest egg, you know, for something if you need it. The Life of Ava. Oh, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome, The Life of Ava, new subscriber. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Rory, you say it's transactional relationship at best. Good. You don't see any love connection? I don't either. I appreciate you subscribing. Yes. You know what? I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link before I continue on. 100 million. Okay, I'm going to drop the link. And we'll get to the other couples. I know I spent a little bit of time with Riley and Violet, but to me, you know, they're the ones that have a lot of drama on the show that's like outrageous drama. So you're from St. Louis? Well, welcome from St. Louis. Okay. So also too, let's see, Tamika and Jazz. Hello. Ooh.
Hey, Jazz.
Hi.
You be careful driving, sis.
Yes, I had to start early today because there'll be some pictures of somebody's in town that's usually on the panel. So I'm starting early today. Anyways, what y'all think about Riley and Violet? And then we'll jump into the last three, and then we'll jump to the next session. What y'all think about that? Not Geno and Jasmine. That's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
What y'all
We're not talking about Geno and Jasmine. Yeah. Riley and Violet, I'm tired of them too.
They need to leave each other alone. They just as toxic as can be. They too old for that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yes, I think so too. Is it just me though, or should he like waited like at least till the next day? Let them figure out why they unblocked each other and just doing all the other stuff, and then you know what I'm saying? Why throw in the private investigator and I'm not saying nothing, but you messaged my dad, so.
I feel like they both are the type that will fight just to be right. And I'm like, if y'all trying to make a relationship work, somebody got to give it up. Please give it up. Because we're not watching it.
Yes. So, I don't know. I just think that, it's time to let that go. It's time for us to see Riley at that airport and be on his way. And next time we see him is at
and
the
never come back.
That's what we need to see. Just saying.
He would have got on the dating app and got another Vietnamese lady while he was there.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, let's move to Statler and Dempsey. Anybody, you can start. So Statler and Dempsey. So apparently she's upset because Valentine's didn't go the way that she wanted. Okay. So she somehow ended up sleeping on the couch, salty because she was telling Dempsey what she wanted to do. Like, my lease is up, so I plan on living here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to give her the option. But Dempsey wasn't wrong last week. Was it last week or last episode? When she's like, we can think about it, right? You can stay here for 6 months in your own spot, and then we can try to get to know each other some more. What was wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Statler, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter what you think for someone you've been talking to on social media, regardless if you FaceTimed or not, you still don't know them face to face. You still don't know. You know what I'm saying? You still technically talking.
She remind me of one of those. I feel like everybody has that friend that everybody she dates, she gives them like husband treatment. Statler is an all or nothing person. Does she want to be in a committed relationship? Most likely, and it's very clear. But you got to get to know the person. Like, I actually think Dempsey is cool. Like, I think she's probably a good match for her, but she just want to rush everything, and that's her abandonment issues can't be like put onto everybody else. Like everybody else will give you everything because you got abandonment issues.
Exactly. I just think that Statler didn't take Dempsey and her thoughts into accountability. Dempsey, although she's like 4 years younger, is a lot more mature to me than Statler. It's a lot more mature, you know, because Statler comes across, like I said, when we first met her, I was trying to like put my finger on it, and she is, you know, living like early 20s, like she's still partying. She still feels like, you know, to me, like sex is key, and, you know, no matter what, that's what it gives off to me. You know what I'm saying? I could go into more detail, but I won't, you know. So anyways, I honestly hope too that Statler, we see her next on the tell-all, to be honest. I think her and Dempsey's relationship is played out. I think Dempsey said what she said, and there's nothing to it. I mean, no, you can't stay here. You can stay down the street, and if not, then, you know, I'll see you when you are able to come back. That's it. That's how I look at it.
She said she can't see herself living in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
With cold water and no bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
She's a homosexual. She's a homosexual. I don't think she got no money. She don't have no money, and that's why she's trying to live with that girl.
It's possible. What her friend tell her, though? Her friend told her the same thing. Like, you just can't be telling people what it is that you want to do. Did you ask?
Right.
Did you see it was okay? You know, not like, oh, you know, here I come. So, look who's online real quick. You said Dempsey gonna go as soon as she get back to America. She probably is. That's from Devontae. All right, let's move past that. Sheila and David. So, I mean, David thinks it's a little bit too soon to propose to Sheila. I mean, he was going to do it anyways. It's just unfortunate that her mother passed away in the manner that she passed away in. Okay. So I just thought that, well, in my opinion, I think if he's going to propose, there is no good time to propose. You know what I'm saying? Her mother's passing will always be in her mind. So if he's going to do it, just go ahead and do it. I did like the scene where him, Sheila, and her son, John Real, did bond to go to the beach. Now, let me say this, though. I've never seen a beach look like that in the beginning. I was like, are they at the beach or are they a lake? They at a creek? I'm like, what was they at?
You need to come to Belle Isle in Detroit.
I thought you was going to say it was so awkward for the translator to be there, just there.
Yeah. Tamika, I've been to Belle Isle, but it's been many, many, many years. But do you call that a beach, or you just call it it's an little island? It's not like
there's an island. However, there is a beach, and it's a little bit little beachy. I don't go there. I ride right past it.
Okay. But I thought it was nice, and I also thought it was nice that her son said that he also wanted to learn sign language. I was like, well, that's because, you know, he'll pick it up faster than his mama, though. And that's not shade. Because I don't think Sheila's really trying to learn sign language, because she could have after 2 years if she really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? The little words she does know. So, anyways, he said that he wasn't ready to come to the United States. I don't blame him. He's just meeting David for real. So,
yeah.
My biggest thing is if the mom passed, what's she planning on doing with her dad? She just gonna leave him there?
Apparently so.
Right. You have to fend for yourself, Daddy. Oh well.
He looked like he barely move.
Unless David gets I don't know how it works, you know, apply for a visa for everybody, but they have to get married first, though, right?
I think you have to I think it will be easy for her to apply, get married, and get the son over there, but it's gonna take more work to get the daddy, because she has custody of the son.
Right. Well, you know, the dad's not looking too healthy, so
he might not even survive the flight.
Right.
The flight.
That's horrible.
Not even the flight. Yes. I was just saying. But anyway, let's move on to Misha and Nicola. So listen, I got a lot of little chuckles in between some of these scenes, and this was a scene when when Nicola was telling Misha, like, look out for this, look out for that. You bait the hook this way, the fish ate it. What you think? That's why it's called fishing. All these little things, and then she ended up falling and getting scraped up, and she trying to laugh it off. I'm like, girl, it looks like it hurts. Those weren't no regular scratches. One was a long scratch. You know what I'm saying? And so she's like, oh, I was a lifeguard. What do you mean? What? Do you see your legs? You know what I'm saying? So I did think, though, that it was cool that Nicola took her out to show her where he fished in the Galilee Sea. I was cool with that, too. It's like, okay, yeah, you get your little Bible references. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cool. We get to see it. But
I'm like, come on, Jesus fished here. Okay.
That's right. That is correct. I was like, yes, I enjoyed that. But I was like, but why does he still treat her like this, though? Why does he treat Misha like I've been talking to you, but why are you here again? I'm like, girl, go home. It's been like a go home every couple so far. Go home.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
And then when they finally did meet the mom and the brothers. Now, does the mother speak English, or does she just speak limited English? Because
she does not speak English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said, what? Yeah, thank you or something. But yeah, she don't speak English.
Oh, okay. The mother, I expected a look that she gave, because, let your kids or whoever, your best friend, your niece or nephew, bring somebody home. You're like, who's this? You know what I'm saying? Who's coming up in my house, right?
Right, because the mama was like, why she here?
I'm like, in America, we don't just you don't bring home nobody without saying nothing at all to your parents. Like, right. My mom would be like, what? Who is this? Why are they coming? Like, it's a question.
Right.
You don't just bring some woman to the house with no context. Who does that?
Right. And so Misha was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They did not know who Misha. They said, who? And why is she here? Not just the mama, his brothers too. I was like, wow.
They was like,
nobody knew what was up. So did the mom think that she was hosting, like, I don't know, like a family gathering, or the sons were coming over anyways to eat? Because there was a lot of food out there. Maybe that's just what they do, and just all the way. Then all of a sudden they're like, okay, so who is she again?
I think they just make food. If you say, oh, I have a guest. He probably just said, I have a guest. They probably didn't even know it was a woman coming.
That's true. That's true. I was really thrown off by that. I'm like, so he was really telling the truth. Like, I thought like maybe it was like kind of like misleading a little bit. Like, yeah, they know about you, but not that much. They knew nothing. Of the story. And if I was Misha, I know she was being quiet. I don't know.
And got back on the plane and went right back to, was she from Minnesota? He's wasting your time.
Yeah, he didn't introduce her because he's embarrassed. He's just as embarrassed because she is a quote unquote filthy woman. She's divorced and she's not a virgin. So she's damaged goods, basically. Right.
And on top of that, it's just the fact that he's sitting there with his family with his hands like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I guess we're engaged or whatever. They're like, what? I was like, you are too old. He's 46. Yes, tradition says, for him, he follows that in the Bible, that, no premarital sex, no other things before marriage. But 46, you've never had nobody?
I'm sorry. He might be, Misha is a catch for him. Okay.
Period.
Misha is a baddie, first and foremost.
Right.
Yeah.
She seems like she has a good personality. Like she's lived a little bit. I mean, come on. I feel like that's a good thing. I think Misha is a great catch for him. Honestly.
She got a lot going on for herself.
Yep. He thinking way too highly of himself, because if you came to America, nobody would want you. Nope.
Nobody.
And listen, he looked nothing to me like his two brothers. I was like, those are your real brothers?
None of them is attractive. Not one.
But he looks different though. He looks different. Cynthia says, well, the camera crew was at the house, so maybe they thought she was famous. Are they planning on getting married? Dolores, the only way they could get married is if the divorce comes back as reversed. I forgot what they call it.
Annulment.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fine as wine. Yep. So
I hope she don't want to. I hope she don't want to marry him now. Honestly, I don't think it's good.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right. Well, there's more to them next week. I'm looking forward to that. I thought they was going to be the couple of the season.
No,
they're not. All right. So finally, for this episode, Christian and Cleo. So I have it. Christian and Cleo are back on the same page. I said Christian really manipulated his point and got Cleo to see maybe it was just really me the whole time, And to me, I'm like, no, Christian, it was you. You know what I'm saying? You know why you're there. You know why you're filming. You know what show you're on. So, and you get asked questions at different times. So Cleo, to save the relationship, I guess has moved forward, right? And she decided they're going to get their charts read today. And even though Christian said he's not into that, he's going to do it anyway. I said, okay. At least you can try to at least make her feel better since you know what you did last night, technically, right?
Okay, right.
So when they get their chart reader and everything, I just, like I said, picked it up from last week's episode when she said that they seem like a good catch, but he lacks empathy. Christian doesn't give any emotion to me in this relationship. I have to agree now.
I was crying laughing when she said he lacks empathy. I was like, she hit the nail on the head, man.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily follow this logic at first, but now I do. I think Christian is experimenting. And I don't think maybe he felt it would go as far as he did. And maybe because he signed the contract, he has to continue. This is what I really think it is. I don't think he's really there for Cleo the way he says he is. Or he's not, open yet. He's not open to the experience that he clearly wants to try.
Right.
So, anybody have any thoughts about that?
No, yeah, I agree. He, like you said, he signed that contract and now he has to fulfill it.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to save face. So when he go back home, because he know they're going to clown him.
Yeah.
And he just needs to admit to himself that if you're attracted to that, then you're attracted to that. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But
it's either it's not for us to like, it's for you to like. There's going to be people who have their comments, but I mean, when you come on a show like this, you're not doing it just for your own personal, people is going to be watching that like it, don't like it, or are indifferent to it. So,
but people are his friends going to clown him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I just, again, another one that needs to come home. Matter of fact, you know who need to come home? Everybody except David. David need to help out a little bit over there with Sheila and her family. But everybody else, Misha need to come home. Statler need to come home. Christian need to come home. Riley should have been left. And Geno should have never went back over there.
Exactly.
You sending them the plane tickets to come back?
I'll sign off on it. But I'm not going to, what I'm saying? I'll sign off on it right now.
And word on the street is that whenever she get here, she wants to move to Florida.
Who?
She don't want to stay in Michigan.
Oh, Jasmine?
Jasmine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she don't want to stay. Yeah, it's cold here. Yeah, so she can't wear her little cutesy bikinis.
We about to have who was it? Paula and Russ.
You said go a little easy on Christian. I can't. Christian wrote a check he can't cash. Literally, he wrote a check he can't cash, and he's trying to save face for FACT. Sorry, that's how I look at it.
He knew what he was signing up for. So be like old boy and identify as pansexual and be done with it.
Wayne Brady.
That you identify with anybody. Love is love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. But the rest of I can sign off on it right now. Y'all need to come on home.
Y'all need to come home. Y'all good TV, but come home.
Yep. All right, so let's move to the other episode that came on last night. 90 Day Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 7, Tales from the Crypto. We'll just start with Kenny and Armando, get them out the way, because, again, to me, no real drama. No real drama.
No, I fast forward through most of this.
Oh, I missed this.
You missed it?
Yeah.
That's okay. You can listen longer. However you want to do, it's fine. Kenny is going to be a grandfather again for the third time. One of his daughters is pregnant. The purpose of this episode is for Kenny and Armando to get on the same page with surrogacy. Armando's mom is in town. Armando's mother wants Armando to have another baby. Here's something I did not know. Armando said that, yes, he has Hannah, but I didn't know that Hannah's mother was killed in a car accident, but Hannah's mother was killed in a car accident, and she was 8 months pregnant with his daughter. So that's the reason why he feels like he wants to have another baby. And if it's a girl, then maybe that daughter would be like a reincarnation of that baby. But, you can't replace somebody, right? But I get it. But at the same time, Kenny is right, though. Armando's 34, he's 60, he's in typical childbearing age, he's out of it, and so that's what the struggle is. Kenny would rather, if they do adopt, he would prefer to adopt than surrogacy, an older child, so that he can see that child do things, versus if they go through surrogacy, which could take up to 4 years, that by the time the baby is, even in kindergarten, he may not necessarily be around or healthy to see the baby grow up and go to high school and beyond. So I get it. I definitely get it. But again, I just don't feel like this is a 90-day issue. You know what I'm saying? This is like a personal issue. So, but I get it. Maybe they need the check for the surrogacy because that's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Let me read some comments. Dolores, you say you're not surprised about Wayne Brady. I was surprised about Wayne.
I was not.
Okay.
Surprised it was pansexual, but that's another story for another day.
That's another story. Fred T says, "Can you go home and enjoy your new grandbaby?" Congratulations, Rory. Congratulations on being a papa. Yeah. Phil Foster Dog Mom says some conversations don't only no matter how grown the child thinks she is.
Yeah.
Very
true. They was talking about that right with that little baby, and she was going back and forth looking.
Yeah.
It's
like 10, 11 years old. So she knows, she's old enough to know what they're talking about. She may not know specific, but she's old enough to know. And they're speaking in Spanish. Only one who don't know is Kenny. He just sitting there.
Exactly.
Like, I hope they're talking about the right thing. So anyway, you talk about someone who needs to learn a little bit more Spanish. That's Kenny.
Yeah. Yes. And he's been over there long enough.
Kenny living there and don't know barely.
Right.
He's been there long enough.
Yeah. So he need to get with it. Okay, let's move to Holly and Wayne. Holly is house hunting. She set up to go look at some houses that's in a gated community because clearly she thinks that if they're in a gated community, when they do that power shred, that they're not going to get hit. I'm like, that's delusional.
That
you know what I'm saying? But we'll let her
electric fence. It needs power.
Ain't going to be able to get out.
We're going to let Holly think what she wants to think. Okay. So anyway, she does talk to Wayne to go look, and they find this one house. It's got a pool and everything. It's a really nice house.
Very nice.
But she's asking, well, how much is it? How much do you make? Wayne, can we afford it? When it's like, my businesses right now aren't looking like the way they was looking before you got here. Isn't that always the okie doke? It's like, I'm doing real good. I got all this cash and whatever stacked up. But as soon as they get over there, it's like, oh, yeah, you know what? Business is slow, or I had to close, or whatever it may be. Well, Holly's not feeling it. It turns out that Wayne took $40,000 that was meant for their honeymoon, which, like, where was they going with $40,000? He could have upgraded his house. Instead of getting those pepper spray homemade things that you made, you could have put that $40,000 into your own house. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing it yourself.
Right.
$30,000 is a lot of money for a honeymoon.
Well, that's what it was for.
A lot.
Wayne put that into crypto, and we all know what happened to crypto. Is no money.
What happened to crypto? But
huh?
I said I'm not in the loop. I don't know what happened to crypto, but $40,000 is a lot.
Crypto is no longer crypto. They are bankrupt, out of business.
Crypto is no.
So even some of the founders of crypto are looking at federal jail time for like RICO.
It's like crypto.
It's a no. Crypto is gone. So Holly is upset, and even Wayne has a nerve to be upset. Like, I know I should have told you, babe. Yeah, you really should have. You should have. But Holly should have did her own research too about South Africa, where he lived. Because didn't she go over there before once, or she didn't go? This is her first time.
I think this is her first time.
Okay, because she said something about like helping him out with the business, so she would know, doing the books, what type of cash flow he had in, But then again, she was on her phone trying to calculate stuff in American money, and the calculations weren't calculated.
No, it was the square footage.
Oh, the square footage?
Yeah. Oh. I was like, that ain't right. That's too much.
Yeah. So Dolores says once he said that about crypto, I'd be ready to go home. Mm-hmm. And then Cynthia would say, Holly's a strange bird. All that matter here looks like she's on the verge of a breakdown. And on top of that, Cynthia and Dolores and everybody else, if I'm Holly's mom, how do I know there weren't no power shred when you left me at the house? I'm not waiting till you come back. You go, I'm going. I'm not waiting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's just me. But anyway, I do think Holly's a little bit strange. I would like to know how they really met, because Holly, this is her second marriage in less than what? No, she was married twice, married, divorced, married and annulled. It wasn't twice in a year or twice in 2 years, and then she met Wayne. So I'm just kind of wondering how she met Wayne. I don't know if we heard
I don't know if he said it.
Yeah,
I have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't think we heard the real conversation how she met.
I'm very confused by their relationship, because I could have swore he said that he's Jehovah's Witness, but he doesn't really practice.
Right.
But he be giving me like super conservative vibes more than she does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, are you just controlling? Is this part of your religion, or you just a weirdo? Like, I don't know which one it is.
He's a controlling weirdo.
Got it.
And this is no shade at all. I'm really asking because I don't know. How did he even get to practicing Mormon in South Africa? I know there's people.
Hold on, is he Mormon or Jehovah's Witness?
Excuse me, Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, he's Jehovah's Witness.
You threw me for a loop. I'm like, hold on, he's Mormon.
Okay. I know people go around the world, sending the message, stuff like that, but that just seems a little. Okay. Anyway, Rory says the bird nest on her head. Frappe and T said Holly ran off like the baby mamas on Maury backstage. Holly did run off when Wayne said he spent that 40,000 on crypto. She did run off. So
took off her shoes and was like, "Get me out of here! How do I get out of here?" And I'm like, "Why is she running? She don't know where she's going. She about to get jumped out here."
Right. Dolores says, I forgot Holly's mom is there. Right. Like, I know production is there, but nah, I gotta go too.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to Brandon and Mary. So Mary says she's finally relaxed that Brandon's with her and she feels secure and calm. I would hope so. I would really hope so. This young man sent you his entire check. He sent you everything he had. You watch each other sleep, use the restroom, shower, no telling what else. I need you to be more comfortable. I need you to stop telling Brandon, and you have the nerve to be in church talking about eyes on me. I said, who is she, Tupac? All eyes on me. Don't be looking around.
Look at the other girls.
I said, is she for real? Like, he can't look nowhere. I mean, he don't speak the language either, but I bet you he will soon. He's looking around to see what people are doing in the church. She's like, oh, you do this, you do that. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, look at me. If you're not looking at the priest, you look at me. I was like, is he gonna put up with this?
Remember that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Vivica Fox? Don't look at the waitress.
I thought you was about to bring up the episode of 90 Day where what is the guy named Tariq and Hazel when they went to church.
Oh my goodness. That's another one right there. That's another one right there. I didn't care for Tyreek either. If you watch it.
Oh my, that episode.
But yes,
died.
don't look at nobody.
Let's see comments. Mary really irritated me. Me too. She really is.
Yeah.
Immature. Phil Foster Dog Mom says, but Mary had a point. Worst case scenario, find a girl at church. No, Brandon got too much. He got too much there. He said all his money.
Brandon don't want nobody else but her.
Exactly. Right. He don't want nobody. He don't even barely spoke to his mother. So he's not looking at nobody else.
Exactly.
Is not looking at nobody else. But afterwards, I was really surprised that Brandon tried to put his foot down. I'm like, listen, all this got to stop. I hope he means it. I hope he does, because we know what the result is. I sent some of you, what's going to happen with them. But I don't think it's going to really, it may dial back a little bit, but that's just who she is. Because Brenda said, so when we get married, when we have children, she really going to be on one if she get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Right. Is this going to continue on? And she's another one that puts it on her abandonment from when she was young. So that's something that her and Statler has in common, the abandonment issues from your parents.
I'll take Statler's abandonment before hers, honestly. Because hers is a whole, it's more than just abandonment. It's insecurity. I don't think she has good self-esteem. It's a lot. Statler got too much self-esteem. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'll give you that one. That's true for sure. Yeah. But then it's just like Roy just said, Mary cried on cue. She definitely can cry on cue. She's good at it. She may have those emotions, but I think she's so used to doing it with Brandon that she knows where Brandon's soft spot is. Like, I can't breathe. I said, girl, don't use it. I can't breathe. I know she may not know, but don't use that.
Right.
Okay?
Taylor, if you can't breathe. Okay.
Got no knee in your neck.
So who was trying to comfort her when at the end of the scene? I know you didn't see it, Jazz, but was it someone from production or was it somebody from her family because they left church like awfully late? Who was trying to comfort her, Mary?
It looked like production because they was trying to get her an inhaler so she can breathe. Because Brandon was off to the side, like, here she go again.
Don't fall for it.
I didn't realize you were in her inhaler. Maybe, she's definitely pulling on Brandon's heartstrings. Brandon had a still needs counseling for his trauma from his mother's whatever she was using in the past, and they never really got past that and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they have trauma bonded for real. They definitely have trauma bonded. They're to the extreme. Cynthia says
all she needed was some water and put her head in between her legs. That's all she needed.
I don't know what she needed, but she need to cut it out. That's what I do know. Because anyways. All right, so let's move to I think that was it for the show. Kirsten and Julio. So Kirsten's back in Amsterdam. She says it's been a few weeks since she's been back, and although Julio FaceTime, she said that it's not how it used to be, and that now he don't even know if he wants to come to Amsterdam after talking to his mother and everybody. I was like, girl, you knew that before you came back home.
He ain't coming.
Why he had all these ideas? Like, oh my God, I wish that she had met his family sooner, because you need to know that if you dating somebody that they family can say something and switch them completely, like you want to know that that's the kind of man you in a relationship with, because you want the family not as involved, or you got to be like, you can talk to your family, but you can't be telling them all the business because having opinions and stuff. And I'm like, they've been dating long enough where she should have known that. But also, has she been around Dominican families from New York? Probably not.
No.
Here's a cute comment. Frappes and T said, Kirsten, Yara said, call her. Yeah, exactly. That was a good one. Exactly. But,
she's dating him and the family.
Right, but that's Julio's fault too, because he's the one that kept her quiet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could have met them sooner if he didn't not tell his family he was dating and the reason why he was going over. No, they don't need to be in your business. But once you realize that y'all was getting serious, you should have said something. That thinking about it, you met someone over there, and it's a possibility that I'll be moving too. So when she came here, she was completely blindsided because the family knew nothing. And he didn't protect her. You talk about protecting. Like Violet said, you didn't protect me. Julio didn't protect her at all. He was looking at her like, yeah, that's about right. So what do you think about that? You don't.
I'm like, you're the one that came up with the whole situation and like you wanting to move, but he just hung her out to dry. Like she came up with it. Like she asked him to move. No, you said you wanted to move. Why are you throwing me out here to the wolves like that? I didn't like that. I would have been like, this relationship is over.
Yeah. So her friend, when she told her friends about what her friend, I wrote her name down, don't remember, about what was happening, either friend was like, what? He kept you a secret? I'm like, But I almost said Yara for but Kirsten said that she's going to give him 8 more months. She's not trying to be in a long distance relationship. And if nothing happens after that, then, she'll let it go because she still loves him. I'm like, girl, 8 months isn't
8 months.
Long.
Look, you've already
given 90 days. 90 days. That's it.
Exactly.
That's a pregnancy.
For at least 2 months. You can give him 8 months. That's a year. He's not going to change his mind. And if he does, how do you trust him to be faithful to you? Not faithful as in cheating, but faithful to your relationship and what it is that y'all want to do. What if you get a phone call or text from his mom and them, right? Talking about, when you coming back, little so-and-so's birthday is next week. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be on his way.
Exactly. Because he can't work over there. He's only getting a residency. So I don't think he'll be able to work.
Rory says he wanted a European girlfriend and not to commit. I agree with that. He did say he would rather have someone that's in Europe versus in America.
Oh, he was a DJ. That's what he was. He a DJ. Yeah. He can't DJ from another country. If he's from another country, you have to have a work visa for that.
I think you have to have a visa if you go. You can't even go to Canada without a passport. So all the way around the world in Europe, you have to have some type of visa or something that's going to let you stay for a certain amount of time. So you know.
But I'm saying like for example, like I know there's people that have like DJ. Like if he was to get booked, like say he was going to Mexico or something, you don't have to have a work. Like if it's an event.
Oh, I don't know. But we haven't got the truth from you
there, but maybe not. He can't be like a resident DJ getting a check
every week. Okay. But Julio hasn't been honest from the beginning, so we don't even know if he really is a DJ.
If that's even his real name.
That's not even his real name, that part. You out here going by Julio. What?
Right.
When she first said that, I was like, who? Because it sounds more European. I was like, no.
No, it doesn't.
You're right there.
Right. Can't even say the man's name right.
So, well, that was it this episode for both episodes. Next week, we're going to be introduced to a new couple. And she already said
this season.
It's going until October. All of them.
Oh.
They're going into October. I just saw it. It came through on one of my feeds at work, and they're all going to October. And I forget one of them's having a three episode reunion thing. You tell all.
Well, that'll be the one that Tyray is on because he already, like I said, spoke about it and didn't realize spoke about it. So that'll be that with us on Sunday nights. So, anyways, like I said, next week we're gonna have a new couple. She already said that they have a great sex life. So apparently she comes over back and forth, or he does. So I wonder what kind of drama they're going to bring on this latest episode. And for those of you who didn't catch the announcement in the very beginning, that if you're watching the Last Resort, that video, this is a regular video, not pre-recorded, will be out tomorrow morning for those of you watching. So if you're watching, and shout out watching that one. Shout out to you for putting me on game. I even gave you a little reference, like my faithful subscriber talking about you. Because listen, that was
Baby
M.
That's the best show out right now on the screen. I was like, ooh.
That's all I was like I was at work and I was like, oh no, yes.
Listen, I hope Big Egg gonna get mollywopped this season because him and his mouth, I can't.
Just wait till this episode. Well, he's not gonna get mollywopped, but he's gonna get told.
Yeah.
That's the one reason why I didn't. What time, Dolores? It'll be out probably around by noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, or sooner if I get it done, but between that time frame. But the point is, listen, that's the reason why I didn't want to watch The Last Resort, because I didn't want to see Big Ed and I didn't want to see Angela.
Yeah.
But the drama from Kalani,
yeah, that's enough for me.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it. So I appreciate y'all if you can watch it too. And also I want to say that you're welcome. Also want to say that we finally reached over the 2,000 threshold 6 days ago. So I'll be doing something for that. I've been promoting a giveaway and everybody is eligible if you live in the United States. So next video live, I will have more detail about that. Okay. So any more comments about these episodes or the upcoming shows before we get out of here?
No, I can't tell you what show comes on what day anymore. I just click on my thing and I'm like, I don't think I saw this one. Let me watch this. And then I have to remember who's on which show.
Okay. Well, from now last week going forward, it was consensus that I do both shows on one live, so we could just get it out the way. Yeah. So that's why it seems like it's like one long episode just to talk about them both. So
gotcha. Because I was like, I feel like that was two different shows we talked about, but I can't keep the shows apart anyway. That's okay.
No, that's okay. So you have any comments to make of?
Oh, I can't wait to see this blow up between Geno and Jasmine. When she told him that she dabbled with the ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
just last month.
Yeah.
And I don't think she did that. I think she's just saying that.
Oh, I think she did.
Oh, she definitely did that, Jasmine. She definitely did that.
She got live in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but thank you everyone for congratulations, and I will see y'all next Tuesday for the live, and watch out for that video tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you both and everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye, everyone.